Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Stigma. I'm Dex. Y'all know who I am. Hold on. I gotta make sure my levels are right. I ain't ask y'all. You bums. Still some bums. You know that? Just some bums. All right. So that's where we are. Let me crank that. Ooh, that's crispy. All right. So I know we took a couple weeks off. We had some issues going on. Some little bit of here, a little bit of there, all that fun stuff. But I'm back. Um, we all know we're gonna play the Dre game. We don't know how long he's gonna be before he hops his behind in here. And Matt is handling family business. Sarah had an appointment today, so he ain't gonna be able to make it. Which respect that comes that's more important than the show. You got to take care of home. Hmm. Let's see what else though. Oh yeah. I need to share that, don't I? Yeah. Okay, got that shared out. Uh, so last time we talked, we had an interesting show. Last time we talked, we had a vent session about the events of January 6th. Being a black man, being a veteran, it hit me kind of hard. We had to call an audible for that day, and we're going to address that topic today that we had scheduled. Um, so let's get into it because I ain't waiting on Dre. If Dre brings himself, he brings himself. He don't, he don't. What we are going to discuss is a topic I like to call roses. You have to normalize and practice giving people their roses while they're here. Men, I'm especially talking to you because we have a bad habit of not wanting to congratulate, not wanting to uplift, to support, or to act like we even believe in another male because that's a dude. So, that mindset of, oh, that's gay kicks in. That's not gay. That's just supporting your people. You know, Dre and Matt are my brothers, and I don't care what they're doing. I'm gonna support them. Oh wait, yeah, I'm gonna uplift them. I'm going. Dre got a bonus at work. That's my dog. I'm happy for him. Just keep doing what you're doing because we all have a bad habit, especially us men. We have a bad habit of waiting till somebody's on their deathbed, sick and broke up, suicidal, or dead and gone before we want to give them congratulations on what they've done right. And that ain't it. That ain't it at all. Because what you don't understand. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do this. My bad. What you don't understand is that, and I get fussed at about this a lot. Words have power. I'm gonna wait and let that sink in for you one more time. Words have power. So that little BS saying we used to say we were back in school, words don't hurt. Yes, the fuck they do. Yes, they do. Words are like little tapeworms. They can latch on and dig in and burrow in your psyche and stay there for the longest of time, and then all of a sudden they just erupt on you, and then you got things just crumbling, just like a bridge. You just just crumbling. Um, It's like this, fellas, and I'm talking to us. It's like this. We're dudes, right? So if a chick tells us we ain't shit enough, we start to believe we ain't shit. You know, I know a lot of dudes grew up with a rough upbringing. My dad wasn't the easiest of cats to rock with, aka I kind of couldn't stand his guts. And I heard you ain't shit so much that by the time I graduated high school, I hated looking in the mirror because all I heard was you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. I even heard once or twice that's why your mama don't love you. No, the only reason why I'm living with you, old man, is because my mom had a mini stroke, and I needed to come stay with you because her health was starting to decline. It took a long time for me to be able to break through that barrier that I set up for myself because all I heard all my life was you ain't shit. So we have to make sure that we are encouraging and reinforcing positivity in ourselves, in our brothers, in our sisters, in our kids, in our wives, and each other. Because if you're not willing to do that, you're literally going to watch. You're going to contribute to the downfall of someone. You can believe all you want to believe, but when someone close to you self-destructs and they've been doing crazy shit for a long time, and instead of trying to help them, you used to brush them off, tell them they ain't shit. Oh, that's just dealing with they fucked up self. That gets into the psyche, man. I have two teenage daughters. Y'all know this. If, as their father, if I tell them on a regular basis they ain't shit, they ain't gonna amount to shit, they ain't gonna be shit, guess what's gonna happen? That's what they're gonna start to believe. And not only that, because I'm the father figure, that's the example that I'm setting, which means that's the type of male that they are going to seek out when they get older. They're going to seek out a man who's going to treat them like I treat them. So if you're not willing to uplift yourself, if you're not willing to uplift others, don't get upset, especially us brothers that have children. Don't get upset when our offspring end up with someone just like you. Hurts, don't it? Yeah. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to be nice. Kiki haha, that's for when my brothers is here. When I'm here by myself, yeah, I'll let y'all think about that. Speaking of my brother, uh-oh. Yo, Pastor, what happening, man?
What up, Joe? What up? What up?
Hey, man, I told your ass about going to the Nike shirt, man. I mean, Nike store, bro. You over here.
First of all, you gonna stop
Hold on.
disrespecting the Nike store.
Hold on. Let me do this introduction right. Ladies and gentlemen, Sugar Daddy Dre.
I gotta make sure young Tenderoni is listening because I'm taking stepdaddy applications right now. So I'm taking stepdaddy applications right now. Right
Ah,
now. But hey
now,
everybody. Hey everybody. Excuse me for being late. I had some business to take care of, but I'm here. I'm here. So, what
Yeah,
up, bro? What's good, man? What we talking about? What we talking about?
uh, we're talking about the normalizing talking up each other and supporting each other. Because if you don't, you're contributing to the downfall of each other, and how that plays big effect, because words actually do have meaning and do stuff. We got kids, so we definitely know what it can happen. If we
Mhm.
tell, if we make a habit of tearing down our brother, oh, that's a fuck up, blah blah blah. The kids see that. That's what they're gonna start to gravitate to, because that's what they saw,
Mhm.
that's what they grew up with.
Mhm.
And
Well,
see,
I mean, honestly, yeah, but at the same time, it's like this, especially with what's going on in this country right now. We need all the help we can get as far as uh, ourselves. We need everything we can have, everything. So, and I always said that, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me when I say this, but the biggest enemy is not the male sapiens. The biggest enemy is us.
absolutely.
They really are, and it's sad to say that, but the we have a crabs in the barrel mentality. It's like, take for example, I see Dex, you doing good, you shining, you doing everything, but instead of hyping you up and trying to get on, watching you to motivate myself, I become a full fledged hater and be like, oh, he ain't shit. He get lucky.
Well,
He's all about himself. He's not helping nobody. I put anything out there to tarnish your reputation, and I think that's the problem with us as a whole.
yeah,
We don't like seeing. It's like they. It's the old say. It's how the old sayings goes. I want you to be like me, and I want you to succeed, but I don't want you to be better than me.
right.
And that's the sad part, because I know if my brother Dex gets better, that's gonna motivate me to get better. And then we're gonna be, because I always say Dex all the time, man, like, normalize telling another man that you love them.
Yeah, you can.
Normalize that. Normalize that. Because I know a lot of people out there, and I know a lot of men that say, "Oh, I can't tell another man I love them. That's gay." Like, you're so homophobic. You're worried about that. You're so worried about being a homophobe that you can't express your love freely, because we all know what's going to happen tomorrow. If you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, it's going to happen tomorrow. We're going to celebrate the death of a great man, a great athlete, a great basketball player tomorrow. And I can guarantee you there's going to be a lot of men that's going to be like, they're going to be in their feelings tomorrow.
Yeah,
So, so,
oh
so
man.
the, right. So the fact of the matter is that a lot of these men, and we go way back with the men thing, because I had issues with expressing myself, because I was raised in a household with a father that you don't show emotion. You
Yeah,
just take it for what it's worth and keep it moving.
absolute
You
same.
just suck it up and keep it moving. I'm trying to break that, because I have a son, and I told my son plenty of times that whatever you have an issue with, or if you have a problem with something, come to me. We can work it out. I give him that space to be, himself. Because if I don't give him that space, then guess what? He's gonna grow up. He's gonna probably get in a relationship, and when it's time for him to express himself, he's not gonna be able to do it because he doesn't have that safe space like I gave him. And I think that was my issue with my dad. My dad never gave me that safe space to be myself.
So you
And honestly, he
rebelled,
was
huh?
a great man. He was a great man. But at the same time, me and him butted so much. We butted so many times. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's you got to break that curse. You know how they say that generational curse, or they in a cycle. It's up to you to break it, especially if you're trying to teach the young generation. Because when we leave this earth, it's going to be in their hands, and they got to take care of it. So all I'm saying is this: if you got a son, or you have a boy, a young man, or a young male in your house, hey, talk to them. Be
Absolutely.
encouraging. Be encouraging. I know. Don't get me wrong. Encourage the women. Encourage the young ladies in your house. Do that. But it starts with the men. It starts
Mhm.
with the young males. It starts with the young adults. It starts with them because ultimately they're going to lead this next generation. They're going to ultimately lead the next cycle. So
Yep.
speak life into your young men. Speak life. Because I tell my son every day, even if he's having a bad day at school, I speak life into him. I was like, look, you're going to do good. You're worthy. You're gonna be great. You gotta do that. Even though you gotta say it over and over and over again to the point where they get upset about it, say it all the time because they listen. Kids are very impressionable. Young adults are very impressionable. Keep speaking
Indeed.
of that because guess what? When they face a situation where they have to make a decision, they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna remember what my dad said. I'm gonna remember what my uncle said. I'm gonna remember what my father figure said.
Absolutely.
So you have to keep doing that because right now, and I hate to say it because I'm very proud of the black men and I'm very proud of black men, but we're a lost cause right now. We really are. We really a lost cause, and it's no fault of ours. It's influence, it's society, we listen to the news. Sometimes we have to like just take a step back and be like, you know what? Let me just fix this. So,
Yep.
shout out to all my black men out there. Shout out to my black fathers out there. But you definitely have to be like I said. I tell Dex every day I love him.
Yeah, it does.
I tell him every day,
Tell him back. I ain't
and it's
listening.
and it's
I'm
hard. And
listening to
I know a
you.
lot of people. Well, I know a lot of people would say that's weird, but I think that
Judge your mama.
tell another black man you love him is the biggest flex that you could do because you're confident in yourself and you're not hating on another man trying to get like you, to get where you are, and you're encouraging. Because I'll tell you right now, black men go through a lot. We really do. We go through a lot. We really do. And it's encouraging to hear another black man say, "Hey man, I'm here for you. I love you.
Mhm.
Keep doing what you're doing. I got your back." That
Absolutely.
says a whole lot right there.
Dre, I can't even disagree with you. I used to feel like that, black men weren't as bad as we are, but you pretty much right. We are a lost cause. And no, most of it isn't on our own doing. It's because of the prior generation instilling such generational curses in us, and because that's what they learned. And then the sad thing is they instill these things in us, and then they sit back and the first thing out of their mouths is, "The hell's wrong with this generation? What's hell wrong with your generation? Y'all some fucked up little motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You created this."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I tell my brothers I love them every day. I ain't ashamed. I don't give a damn. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna talk to you just like Kim talked to her friends. You can judge your mama because I don't give a fuck.
It's pretty much a done deal. I mean, it's just like we have to as men we have to get over
Yeah.
this stereotype, this barrier that we can't
Mhm.
tell another man that we care for them and love them because and like I said, I blame some of the young generation because they feel that showing another man love is considered homosexual. And
And
that's
that,
not the
that
case.
that's
And that's not the
that's for the
case.
guy.
That's not the
That's
case
for
at
the
all.
guy.
And the crazy thing is that we're so quick to point out being homosexual. We so quick to point out being homophobic. But let's look at it like this from our perspective.
Mhm.
when we do something or when we have a decision to make, who do we run to? Especially if we don't have a girlfriend or a wife, who do we run to the most?
Um, most of the time, our closest friend,
But
and
yeah, I'm saying, but most of the time, who are your closest friends that you're gonna talk about something that you can't talk about? Like,
my
who you
homies,
gonna talk to?
my brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You're gonna talk to your homeboys. You're gonna talk to your male friends.
yeah.
So
You want to get another point of view to make sure that you not out there. But like you said, most of the time, instead of being helpful, first thing they say is, "Man, that's gay." So now you just like, wait, what?
and that's the crazy thing. Like it's like we go through all this. Like my homegirl said it best, and I agree with it what she said. It's like we don't give enough time to the things that we love. But when
Yeah,
it's time to go out, when it's time to go do our thing, what's the first thing we do when we get on the phone? We call a homeboy, we're like, hey dog, about to roll out. You gonna roll?
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
That's usually step one. Step
yeah,
one.
exactly. And then he call his friend, and then
Hey,
you call your
man,
friend,
yeah.
and then you call your friend, and next thing you know, it's 80 y'all at the club. Like it's
And the first thing everybody says, man, it's a sausage fest. All these dudes, man. That's because I called
because you
you.
called her,
Yes,
oh yeah, he called
I
you,
called
and then I
you.
called you, and then yeah.
He called him, and then him, and it's like,
So
I,
I mean,
and we never question it until we sit back and think about it. It's like, damn, all these dudes.
and then I said it before, man. I said that's why I said I always say get you some female platonic friends. Like I know everybody says that it's hard to try to have female friends because you're trying to have sex with them, but it really isn't. Because I have a
Shit,
lot of female
it's real easy.
I have a lot of female friends though I think are fine as hell, but it never crossed my mind to have sex with them. It never did because a female best friend can give you the point of view that you're lacking. It can
Right.
give you that insight because
Nicely pre
they know how a female ticks, and you need that. So a lot of guys say, "Oh, I can never have a female friend because all I want to do is have sex. I don't care. They could be fine. I'm still want to have sex with them. Then that's fine. It's happened before. I went down that road a couple times, but it never worked out for me. But at the same time, you need somebody like that on your team. Somebody like that to tell you, like, hey, this is what's going on. Um, this is what's going on, and I need your opinion. And then the female will be like, all right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like,
right.
it,
And,
it,
and
it
the best part to me is a lot of times if you can, you know, control yourself and behave yourself, because I agree with Kim, it's easy to have platonic friends of the opposite sex. It's a cop out when you say it's I just want to, sex this sex. No. That's just you being weak. That's let's be real. I got female friends I got female best friends of the opposite, female best friends, and I ain't never been like, you know what, I take her down up through there. No, I'm good. That's my homie. And
Mhm.
they also most of the time when I was single, my female best friends were my wingman man as well, because they know you on a different level. They know you for you, but they see you from a female perspective, so they can be like, she'll like this part of you, she'll like this side of you, and because she's a female, she'll be able to use that intuition and be like, not her, not her. She's got potential. Stay the hell away from that. That's a good one. And you can't tell me that I'm wrong because I don't sit back. I don't took my homegirls to the club plenty of times and watch them do it. Like, girl, what I owe you? Just buy me a couple shots. Shit, here's $50. Go on, buy. But yeah,
Right,
I mean,
right,
but
yeah.
that led us right into our next topic, what it means to be a good friend, because dudes gotta stop putting a label on every fucking thing. If I support my brother,
But
that's
what? That's our problem. We label stuff because we're men. We're gonna label shit. That's our problem. We're gonna label stuff because
right,
we're very simple creatures in this
right.
world.
And we got
and I know a lot of men be like, I'm not simple. Like, yes, we are, because we always separate, or we always try to put somebody in a certain category. That's our nature.
hey, man, you want to know how we can tell you that you're simple? Tits or ass. Exactly. It's either one or both. That's how simple we are. One of them is gonna get your attention, and you gonna forget everything else. Let that girl with the fat ass walk by. You'll be mid conversation, be like, huh? That's called being simple. We're creatures of habit. We like certain stuff. It can grab our attention and break everything else. That's simpleness. All men are simple. Let's be real. I'm
Mm-hmm.
simple. All I need is one of these, and I can sit in front of my TV and be good all day as long as I know the girls are taken care of and Kim is good. I promise you, we're simple. If I give Dre something to smoke on and let him watch sports, Dre's good because he's simple. Simple
I
is not
mean, but men in general are simple.
right.
We don't have a complex scheme, like, I don't want to say like females, because some females can be simple.
Right.
I don't want to say that, but me personally, I don't have a very complex schedule. You
Right.
know, if you do certain things with me, we're good. You know what I'm
But
saying?
but
But
but then again, that goes back to putting a label on everything because people hear simple and automatically like, oh, that's a red flag. Simple's not bad. Simple's
well,
actually
I mean, the same people that said if you play video games or you just stay home all the time, you're corny. So I mean,
all
really,
right. I mean that,
yeah.
but that we'll talk about that later. But to get back on topic, what does it mean to be a good friend? A good friend, besides being able to support your brother at any time, whether in public or in private, it also means being able to check your brother in public or in private.
Hmm. Yeah.
And because we're talking about roses today, we're gonna focus on supporting your brother. Because Drea told me something about how hey bro, they don't gave me some accolades at work. He ain't even got to say it good. Congrats, bro. I am happy for you. Keep pushing, bro. Keep grinding. You doing the damn thing. And
Hmm.
you should be looking like, damn, you got yes. I don't mind being a cheerleader for my motherfucking brother. That's my brother.
You got to be that. You got to make sure, you got to look out for your folks, because if you don't, who's gonna do it for you?
Right. And
You
not
know
to
what I'm saying?
mention, not
You
to
got
mention
to.
the fact you don't know what your brother's going through. Sometimes them words of encouragement, them words of support might be the thing that saves them from themselves.
Hmm.
Because we are so hardwired because of generational curses to not talk about things, to bottle everything up. We could literally been on the edge to where the leaves fell off the tree in the front yard quicker than I wanted it to, and now we blowing the fuck up.
Hmm.
But the words of encouragement soothed the dragon inside just enough for me to be able to keep going. You talking
You
to two
got to,
you
because if you don't, man, I mean,
right,
it's all about the mental up there too as well.
right.
Like, I
And
mean,
they don't understand. Me and Dre made a pact. We went sober on the same day because we both realized we were self-destructing. So trust me, when I tell you my mind is clear and I can think,
very, very.
yeah, yeah. This ain't some stuff I'm just
Matter of fact, in a couple months, it'll be 1 year.
June.
Yeah, it'll be 1 year. So,
Matter of fact,
yeah,
I think we did it right before my birthday. It was like June 2nd or 3rd, somewhere up in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I made that. That's when I made the conscious decision to give it up, because you knew what I was going through last year. So,
Yeah, and yeah. As a matter of fact, one of the things you mentioned is something that I went through to where, you know, sometimes it be the ones closest to you. We are our own worst enemy. People tearing us down, and it's half the time. Let's be real. Half the time, people don't even trying to tear you down. They don't even know they're doing it until it's already done. Because That's what's normal to them. That's what is natural to them. To them, me picking at you is motivation.
Hmm.
But to you, you receiving it, that ain't motivation. That's hurtful. That's like, damn, I thought you were supposed to be my partner. What the hell?
Hmm.
So, you know, it is what it is, but at the same time, that could lead me right into our next subject, which is, knowing where. Thank you, Matt, for our nice itinerary. Get home safe, bro. Knowing where to set boundaries in your friendships, because
I think that was my problem. I think that was my problem.
my
I,
mine,
I, I that
mine
was
too.
my problem. That was my problem. I didn't know how to set boundaries in friendships because I was always the one that was going above and beyond,
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff for people that I felt that I shouldn't have done shit for them in the first place.
Right.
Um, but
Because
it's very healthy to set boundaries. It's very healthy because it helps with your mental,
right,
and it helps the fact that you don't overextend yourself and drain yourself or give energy to somebody that is not reciprocating. So,
right, because you spending all your energy and taking stuff out of your cup to
and
fill
you have to discern, and you have to discern that,
right.
and you have to discern that as well, because if you can't discern that, you're going to keep. It's like my therapist said: you're putting on a show for everybody else,
But who's
but
taking
yourself.
care of you?
But
Hmm.
yourself. You're putting on the show. So if you need to start, if you want to go on the road as far as self awareness and getting better, you have to cancel that show. And it took me a while because I was, you know me, Dex. I was always about
Yeah.
pleasing everybody, regardless of how it made me feel. I was
Mhm.
trying to please everybody else, and that wasn't working. So
Absolutely.
you definitely have to set boundaries, not only for your friend's sake, but for
Yeah.
your sake as well. So
Absolutely. And I'm proud of you for being able to do that, because there was times when I'm like, damn, Dre doing something else for somebody. Shit. Man,
I
he
think
can
this,
do, you
I,
know.
I
Yeah.
think this is the first time in a long time that I'm putting myself first.
Yeah. And I'm not even gonna lie, I got cussed out the other day about
Oh
that
hell.
about that same situation. My Marine brother JJ, he's one of my best friends in Atlanta. He was like, I'm sad that you moved, but I'm glad that you moved, because everybody knew that Dex has a big heart. So if push came to shove and you needed something, Dex would give you the last $20 he got.
Hmm.
Man, I need $20. Well, I only got $20, but here's 18 of them, and I'll put you in the direction to find the mother too.
Hmm.
And he was like, everybody knows that's who you are. Like, yeah, you rough around the edges, but when you care about somebody, you care. And it's like, he's like, you literally opened up your home and people have slept on your couch because they didn't have nothing else. And it was only supposed to be for a few weeks and ended up turning into a damn near lifetime. And instead of being an asshole and just tossing them out, it's like, man, you made sure they were straight. You made sure they ate. You made sure that they was able to start saving up to get on their own feet. And it's like, who does that? He's like, that's why he's like, and that's why I'm glad that you moved, because now it's forcing them same people that used to be around you to fend for themselves, because you used to fight for you used to fight for so many other people, but nobody was fighting for you.
Hmm.
And I'm just sitting here looking like, God damn, it's real bad when a Marine pulls another Marine aside, like, hey, dog, you helping too much.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's just like
Yeah,
you really gotta discernment. That's all I'm gonna say. Discernment. You gotta really discern who's going to be, who's really with you, or who's just
yeah. Who's only in it for what you can do for them?
to ride the wave that you're possessing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the crazy part. And
Sorry about my phone going off. That was a tweet about the Spurs and the Pelicans tonight being canceled. Corona. My
yeah, Corona.
Corona. Do, 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 do.
Corona's still making his rounds, and it's
Getting worse. Getting worse. But
yeah, and it's and from what Tricia was telling me, it's another variant in South Florida.
it's another variant in Florida. It's another variant in Texas. It's another variant. I believe LA may have another variant or two because they got Rona bad over there. And yeah, I'm just hearing about different variants. And the UK got another variant that's making its way over here that's much crazier than the one we got. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all take care of yourselves. You know, whether you believe Rona is real or not, just take care of yourself because there's only one you, and Rona don't give a damn. But
It
yeah,
really don't.
I had to learn the hard way too about setting boundaries in friendships. And as Kim would used to say, I was giving people titles that they didn't earn or deserve because when Matt, and I'm grateful that he picked these topics for the day. When Matt gave me these topics, when I was looking over them and I made this lobby, first thing I did was start looking over them. I'm like, that's me. And I sat and I've been looking in the mirror at myself, and I
Mm-hmm.
never stopped. Like this is the story about how I got I'm making improvements because this is me. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was times when I was doing things and Dre be like, bro, you ain't got to do that. Let somebody else let somebody else do that. You do it, dog. You've done enough. You've literally done too much. It's like, well, and Dre he'll tell you my favorite phrase. If ain't nobody else gonna do it, I'll do it.
Shit, that was both of us.
Because I'm
Because
gonna
I
make
remember one time he had to talk me off a couple. He had to talk me off a ledge a couple times because I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it myself. And he was like, bro, it's not, you know.
yeah.
So
So
you definitely gotta set
yeah,
boundaries
me
because
and Dre getting arguments over who gonna do it because it's just like
that's what you know, and that's why the
I
subject
gotta wait.
is imperative what we're talking about because we have to learn between us to set boundaries because it's either going to be me or it's going to be you and figure it out. You know, yeah, like
But
this.
between us, we don't have the same type of bond of other people to where me and Dre, yeah, we'll argue about who gonna do it, but at the same time, it's not like a I'm taking from him and I'm not giving back, or he's taking from me and not giving back. Because there's been plenty of times where if I ain't got it, Dre be like, I got you. But when we do get it, or just because we're like, hey Dre, come do this, or hey, bruh, Kim made this, or I got this, or Dre's like, you ain't gotta do shit. Shut the hell up.
I try. All I can do is try. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I could do is
Right.
try, but
Like my black behind went to the mall right after Kobe died, and I was like, "Hey, bruh, I'm at the mall." He was like, "Okay, so what you doing at the mall?" I was bored. I got two Kobe jerseys. You want one? You ain't gotta. It's on your bed.
you keep on playing, man. I'm gonna have a tracksuit. I'm gonna have a tracksuit ready for you if you keep playing.
Look, Dre was like, "What? You don't have to consider it a birthday gift." I literally bought a Kobe jersey and put it on his bed
Yeah,
because I
sit
got
right next to
this.
my Dion jersey that because he had me a Dion jersey, but I already had that one. Somebody bought me that Dion jersey, so I didn't need another one.
And because that's the bond me and my brother have. We look out for each other to where it's different if it was a leech type situation to where one is doing everything and not and the other is just giving. If it's give and take, there's literally boundaries there because if you giving and taking, neither one of y'all from either side is gonna be like, hey, well, I know you ain't got it, but let me have. No. I respect what he's got going on in his life. He respects what I got going on in my life because Lord, heaven to help me if I do something and these kids ain't taken care of, if Kim ain't taken care of, I gotta be worried about that motherfucker right there coming to my house and be like, "What's wrong with you?" Hey,
Nah,
hey,
you know, honestly, I would be there to do that, but I just be cleaning up the pieces because Cam will be on it already. I'll just be there to clean the leftovers up.
see, and he been going to boxing classes too. He ain't gonna put no lumps in my forehead. I got enough of them as it is. Look at Big Swole. Look at Big Swole over there. See,
Big
I,
muff, man. Hey,
I love
man.
brother.
Hey, look. I just weighed myself. I'm 213 pounds, man. They about to start calling me Sugar Daddy Dre. I got the muscle, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man.
He gonna roll up to the house because he got a key to the door. He gonna roll up to the house and his black on black
no,
shorts.
I'm just gonna hit. I'm just gonna
He
hit
walk
Kim
like,
up. I'm just gonna hit Kim up and be like, leave the door unlocked. I'm on the way.
oh
I'm
Lord,
on the way. So
damn, he gonna leave the door unlocked so he ain't so the door ain't even gonna make a noise. He's just gonna slide in, boop boop, and walk off. He's like, oh, and thanks for the taco lasagna. God damn, did he hit me up beside my head and eat my food? God damn.
Nah, I'm just gonna walk by and be like, oh, she got it handled, and I'm gonna keep on walking to get my lasagna. So
This mother, see, see, but that's
hey,
what
look, but it happens though, because guess what? She set the boundary for y'all relationship. I don't have to do anything at
right,
all because she already set the boundary. So
right,
yeah,
and because that's me and my brother, we look out for each other. Because Dre tell you, there's been plenty of times where I don't damn near had to go upside his head because Dre be getting ready to jump off the cliff, and I'm like, bro, if you don't, you know what, fine. You want to jump off the cliff, you're gonna have to go over me to do it. You know, man, move out the way. No, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. Maybe I'm tired. I ain't got time to argue with you. I just got through working. I ain't time for this shit. Yes, yes, dear, we do need help.
yeah.
Sheena, you got a problem with us talking about her famous taco lasagna? You goddamn right. We talking about taco motherfucking lasagna. Hey, babe, I want some taco lasagna. When we gonna have next another taco lasagna?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Dre, what you want in this taco lasagna? You can have some. You can have some taco
You know
lasagna.
what? I'm good because
Just stay over there
I still got some chicken left, and then I'm gonna make some I'll make some shrimp and steak stir fry tonight. I'm in a Panda Express kind of mood tonight.
That's I'm about to say shrimp and steak stir fry. That's like a fire ass taco. My favorite.
It's not a taco. It's gonna be like Panda Express style. So
Oh,
if you want some, you know where I'm at.
oh
So
yeah,
yeah.
I can just put the key in the door, boop boop. But nah, I think I'm gonna call an audible because one of my kids is going through a little thingy thing. So I think I'm gonna call an audible and probably go get him Taco Bell tonight since she love that shit. The bacon chalupa is back, so she'll love that shit. Anywho, but yeah, matter of fact, that go a couple of my best friends in the chat. Sheena knows when it comes to boundaries, like she used to fuss at me because even in class, when we were in college together, I was like the Overwatch. I was the protector in class. We had an overly racist a person in class, and everybody was getting ready to do something, and I'm sitting here like, no, y'all got lives, y'all got families to take care of. I was by myself. It was 2012.
Mhm.
I'll handle it. Y'all do you. Because when I go full Marine, ain't nobody in this motherfucker gonna say nothing anyway. And they was
Mhm.
like, you really gonna risk getting expelled out of school for us? Yeah, why not? Because I didn't know when to set the boundary.
Mhm.
Come to find out, he got himself expelled anyway. But yeah, Sheena was like, no, you need to sit your ass down because Negro, you still black. We might be in Atlanta, but you black. Bitch, you right. You right. I did need to sit down.
It is what it is, man. I mean,
Yeah, we do. And yeah, I like this comment right here. I do. Well, I do. I like it a lot.
it's true. Like I said, I grew up in a dual military household. Both of my
Same.
parents worked. Both of my parents worked. My dad, he was like I said, he was a great man, but we butted heads because when I needed him to be my safe space, he refused to be it.
Same.
And I understand he had his job, he had his he had to be the head of the household at home. And he's dealing with, three kids. But me being the oldest, I'm like, I'm getting older and I'm like, hey, I need your guidance. And he didn't give it to me.
Same.
I think the way he gave it to me was tough love.
Mm-hmm.
And while it's good for some, I didn't need that. I needed
Yeah.
full-fledged, genuine guidance because it 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 affected my relationship growing up when dealing with women, when dealing with other friends. It was just like, I had to learn it on the fly. and I didn't really it didn't really click for me until my son was born. It didn't really click for me. So
Right.
you know, it was just like I got to fend for myself here. And then you know, he comes back into my life trying to play daddy, and I'm like, you know, like
Mm,
come on, like I'm already a grown man. I'm already in a relationship. I already have a child.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
what can you tell me that I don't already know? All we're gonna do is butt heads, and we did for about 6 or 7 years, and we stopped speaking after a while. So
Yeah.
we're really getting it back to us being cordial with each other, but it's a lot to work on. I even told my therapist that, and it's a lot to
Unless,
work on. So yeah,
unless the Saints or LSU lose, then it's shots fired. Pew,
pew pew pew.
pew. But yeah, Dre, and Sheena are all in the same boat. Um, we grew up in military households, and for me, I had a mother who tried her hardest, and I knew that. But me and my dad were very emotionally detached from each other, because
Mhm.
I knew the history between my mother and my father, to where I know why dad wasn't there when I was a kid. So there was always a deep seated resentment there. And then when I did end up having to stay with him, the vitriol, and instead of being the father figure that I needed, because I'm a man, I'm a boy. My mama can't teach me how to be a man. Teach me. She can only help me come up. She's not gonna be able to teach me all the things a man can teach me, because there's things that only men can teach men in a way to where it'll sink in. Whereas me and my dad never got to the point to where we were able to learn how to fully mesh with each other. My dad, I guess in my dad's own mind, because that's how he was brought up, he believed tough love and being abrasive was his way of doing it. That's the way it was supposed to be done. Whereas I can literally tell you, because of the way he brought me up, based on what I saw, that's why I am the way with the girls. Because I made a vow after I survived living with him that I was going to be the exact opposite of everything that I ever experienced when it came from him.
Mhm.
So, yeah, um, me and my father can somewhat communicate now. It's weird. Like, me and Kim have we talk about the old folks saying, to where either you raise your grandchild, or you raise your child, or you spoil the grandchild. I'm a living example of that. My dad didn't raise me, so he goes out of his way to spoil the kids, because I guess he feels like that'll open the door for me and him to be able to communicate. That'll smooth things over a little bit, so me and him will be back into somewhat good terms. You're not going to be able to use my kids as a way to soften my heart. Like, if you want to actually improve the bond between us, you got to put in the work for that.
Mhm.
But because I was a teenager, I can't literally set the boundaries in that relationship. You're the adult. You're the parent. You're supposed to set the boundaries in that relationship. And because the boundaries that you set were whatever the fuck you said is supposed to be what's done, and suck it the fuck up and get the fuck out my face. There really was no emotional connection there. So then when I moved out and I started figuring it out on my own, and and got up on my own 2 feet, now all of a sudden it's just like, that's my son. Who You might have went half on the baby, but my father figure was my grandfather. He's the one who raised me the best way he could on how to do things. When my mother was in the military, she was in Korea and Saudi Arabia and all them, Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Desert Freedom, Operation Storm Shield Freedom. Y'all don't know about freedom. You don't know about freedom. You don't know about Agent Orange. Yeah, my mama had Agent Orange dropped on
Mhm.
her.
Mhm.
So my grandparents raised me because my father's side of the family, none of them talks to me. None of them. But that's
This
cool.
way you got this. This is where you got to set boundaries. Even to I know everybody talks about friendships, but you got to set it to everything because if you can't set boundaries, you're going to be drained. You're going to definitely be drained. So you got to set boundaries, and that was my problem. I never set the boundaries because I was always trying to
Right.
overextend and do more for everybody
Mhm.
else. So once you master that power of setting boundaries and saying no and controlling your energy, your whole mentality and your demeanor will change.
Right.
Trust me, because I had to do that. I'm doing that now, and I feel 1,000 times better.
Yeah. He
Because
and
Dex will tell you, I went through a
look here,
whole lot
look here, 2020
to
was
see where to see. He could tell you to see where I'm at now, vice where I was a couple, say 5 or 6 months ago. Whole different change.
I,
Whole
I,
different.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. 2020 was one of the roughest years for me and Dre. There were
Mhm.
times where I don't even know how the hell I was able to lift Dre up because it, it,
It
it,
was rough,
it,
man. And
it
if y'all know my situations and what I went through, you will understand why I was what I was last
it,
year.
when it came to my brother and why I am so protective and so supportive of him, it got so bad to where he didn't know how to process anything. He he forgot what happiness was. All he knew was two things: anger and sadness, and he was lashing at everyone.
Hmm.
And I did the best I could to keep him upright, including being a punching bag. I didn't mind standing in the fire and letting him go berate me for all he needed to get it out, because that's what being a good friend is about. That's what being a brother is about. No one understands that side of friendship. No one understands that side of brotherhood, of what a real bond is. Being willing and being able to say, I know that my brother's just going through some things, and instead of just berating him like everyone else is, I'll stand in front of him, and if he needs to channel his old self and just unleash, I'll let him unleash, because I can take it, because I know his story. I know what he's been through. If someone else that doesn't know him stands in front of him and he goes off on him, when all the dust is settled and all the smoke is cleared, y'all ain't never really seen Dre mad like I've seen him mad before. He'll be standing and it ain't gonna be pretty.
It's a lot of rarefied air. Like, yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Like, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better because I don't want to go back to where I was.
I mean, I don't think you'll ever get back to that point, because and
Well,
I
what
honestly,
we got when you set boundaries, you got people in your life that are all about you and making sure you're good. You will never go back to that place.
yeah, and honestly,
Even if it's something traumatic as hell.
yeah,
And yes, you're gonna have your moments because it's very traumatic.
and honestly,
You're gonna lean on your friends. You're gonna lean on your friends that
mhm,
are been there for you since day one. So
yeah. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. The real, or one of the reasons why I'm willing to jump in front of you when you decide you want to hop in the bus and run everybody over is because you've done it for me.
well, brothers fight all the time. It's just what we do after the fact.
No. Let's revise that statement. My brother beats my ass up all the time, but
No, we was fine the first time. Brothers fight all the time because there's been times where it's kind of like Ken. It's like kind of like Ken and Ryu in Street Fighter. They're gonna fight.
and you always end up giving me the skibbity paps, Evil Ryu.
Well, no, I disagree with that because there's been times where you told me you need to shut the fuck up, and I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, absolutely right.
Uh, uh, yeah. I guess my phone said so. Uh,
It happens. It happens. It's just the fact of the matter is that's when you know your relationship is authentic because
tell
me and
Sheila.
Dex, me and Dexter, me and Dex are two peas in the pod. We're so alike. That's why
Mhm.
we butt heads so many times because we're so alike. We're very stubborn in our ways, but the thing about us is the our brotherhood, our relationship, our brother, being as brothers, we can go so hard against each other, but then when the dust clears and the smoke settles, then we can sit out and talk like, you know what?
We'll
I
dap
was
it up.
wrong. I was
We'll,
wrong. You was
we'll,
wrong. Let's
we'll
fix it.
we'll
And we
dap it
fix
up.
it,
We'll look
and then
at
we're
the
good.
situation and get to correcting it. Because
Let's correct it. Yeah. That's not you can't say that with a lot of friendships. A lot of friendships end because of who you know
yeah,
or who you associate with.
ooh, you preaching, Pastor Dre.
It,
You know what?
and then
I realize how long we've been doing this. Let
but
me
I will say this. I will say this. And
family.
even though sometimes you have to do what's best for you. And that goes for friendships, relationships, any kind of situationship, techship, whatever. If you
Anything.
feel that if you feel that person is not benefiting you positively. I got it. I did pass fifth grade spelling, so positively.
Positivity. POP. Hold it down.
Yeah, but I always said that if I'm not contributing to your life in a positive way, and you feel that you can move on without me, then do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm
Because I don't want you to hold on to a relationship with me because of who I know, who you know, who so and so knows, who so and over here knows. If you feel that that relationship is not benefiting you to be a friend to me or being a friend to you, cut it. Cut it. Because
yeah, and he told me the same
I had
thing.
this situation happen a few months ago where,
He told me that too.
yeah, yeah,
He told
exactly.
me that.
I told Dex, as much as I love Dex, if he feels that my relationship with him is not beneficial to him, hey man, no love lost. I'ma still love him. And it happened to me a couple months ago where I had a couple people that I loved a whole lot. They felt that they were better off without me being in their life, and I couldn't get mad. I was disappointed because I went hard for them. I supported them. I did what I had to do for them, but they felt that they wanted to go another route, and you can't get mad with that. And I don't want nobody to sit here and say, "Oh, you talking about so and so. You talking about so and so." It's not about that. It's about the fact of the matter is we're mature enough to say, "I'm setting my boundaries, and you're not part of my boundary, and I need you to leave." It
Yep.
happens. It happens. So there's no love lost with me. There's no malice towards me or to, said people. But what I'm saying, you have to do what's best for you
Right.
because when you go to those pearly gates and you meet your maker, whether it's Jesus or Buddha or the devil or whoever, when you go and meet that maker, guess who's going to be sitting there answering the questions that they want to know? It's not going to be me. It's not going to be Dex. It's not going to be anybody. It's going to be that person that you look in the mirror every day.
Yep.
That's the person that you have. That's the person that's going to answer these questions to feel you're worthy enough to pass their gates or go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So
And they're not gonna be
I've never,
bills either.
and I've said it before and I say it again. When you can only control what you can and not worry about what you can't control, your life just it's a whole new level. It's like Super Mario. When you go to that next level, when you sneak through the pipe, it's a whole nother level that you have to explore. Because that's why when people say, I'm healed, I'm healing, I don't believe that because healing is it's a process. When you think you're done healing from a certain thing, guess what? You got to go to the next level. You got to heal something else you have to get to. And then when you heal from that, it's levels to this. I shared it on my Instagram page.
Yep.
It's levels to you healing. And if you feel that you're healed now, okay, more power to you. But there's some people that got to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, basically a video game to get better. Right now, that's me. That's me. There's a lot of things I'm healed from, but then there's a lot of things I'm not healed from, and I'm still working on it because when you invest so much time into a said situation, and then all of a sudden that situation that you want not doesn't go how you plan, it takes a toll on your body. And you really have to say, you really have to dig deep into your body, into your soul, and say, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be self-aware of my being. I want to be self-aware of what I went through and then kind of teach everybody else. So to everybody out there in the sound of my voice, just be mindful, be self-aware, be uh considerate, because healing is messy. Everybody said healing, they always look for the fluff term for being healed. It's no such thing. You really have to dig deep in the mud and figure out where your place is in life, because if you don't, somebody else will, and it might not be how you want it to be. So my final thought on this is just be mindful, be self-aware of you, be self-aware of your surroundings, be self-aware of how you feel, experience that feel. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm just going to drink it away, I'm going to smoke it away, I'm going to do whatever. But my therapist told me you have to experience that feel in order for you to grow and evolve. So whatever you're going through tonight, whether it's happy or sad, just figure it out, or try to turn it over to somebody. Just talk to unbiased ear. Just do that, because if you don't, you're gonna be like me about 5, 6 months ago. You're gonna be in a downward spiral, and then you might not have nobody to pull you back out. I was fortunate enough to have people to pull me out of that downward spiral, but me might not have that. So just be mindful of that. And that's my benediction there.
Well, Pastor Dre, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and pass the collection plate one more again, add it again, because I gotta make sure you get compensated for your good award today. And then did we put a dough on the church? Did we finally finish that dough on the church? Uh,
I'm still working on I'm still working on the screen door. I gotta get the screen
oh,
door there. So
oh, we got to get the screen dough first. Okay.
well, if Mahomes win the Super Bowl, we'll put the screen door on there because I got
Oh,
money on Mahomes and Chiefs.
oh,
So if they win, I'm gonna put money on the screen door.
okay. Here, did the mothers make that chicken plate? Because it's we gotta you know how they do.
Well, as long as they put some cornbread and some collard greens in there, we good.
Yeah. With that monkey ass potato salad. I don't know what it is about that
Yep,
potato. Never be good.
potato salad and a slice of pound cake on the side.
Extra dry.
Now I need my pound cake moist with the little icing on the top, like my mother used to make. Yeah, I need some of that.
Yeah, the good one, with the Miller.
The one that cost $1.25, but you got it on the low because you knew the minister's daughter, so you got it on the low. So
Right. Well, my benediction is on. It's along the lines of what my good brother had just said. Healing is not easy. Between the two of us, I'm probably the more blunt, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start ripping these scabs off.
you blood? No,
Right, man.
I thought it was me.
But when it comes to healing people, let me be completely frank with you. Let me be completely real with you. Healing hurts. The pain that you endure is part of the healing process. You're going to, whatever the situation is, mentally, physically, emotionally, you're going to relive it multiple times throughout life. That's part of the healing process. And that pain, every time it's going to radiate. It's not what you do when you experience the pain that counts, it's what you do after.
Mhm.
It's, do you let that pain control you? Because I ain't one of them people that be false with you, that's gonna sugarcoat some shit for you. So I'm gonna look you right in your eye. Okay. Your pain can kill you if you are not willing to get to the root cause and deal with it. Pain causes stress. Stress causes depression. Depression causes you to skew your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. But unlike others, I'm not going to tell you, oh, don't kill yourself. That's if that's what you want to do. Have you steeled your resolve enough to actually do it? I've tried, and I can tell you it's not easy. It is actually easier to heal than it is to kill yourself. So, are you willing to challenge yourself enough to pick yourself up off the dirt, or do you just give up? Because,
If you got a lot to live for, you won't give up if you got a lot to live for.
mhm, and I'm gonna be real with you. That's what a therapist will actually tell you. After so long, if you're repeating the same thing, it is no longer what happened. It is just an excuse for you to quit.
Cop out.
If you are
It's
going
definitely a
through
cop out. It's definitely a cop out if you don't put the work in to make yourself better and you just be like, oh, woe is me, that's definitely a cop out. It's a
and
pity party, and that's
yeah,
what you want. And not to cut my brother off, but I seen a statement that rings true all the time. Some people like to be broken because it gives them attention.
exactly, exactly.
Because if you take that power away, they're no longer broken. They're on the way to healing. That attention gets taken away because the the
Because
power and the adrenaline is not there because it's gone. So
you're
a
not
lot
broken
of a lot of people out
because
there,
he's concerned about you, right?
they want to be healed. They want to be healed, but they don't want to be healed because they don't want to give up that attention. It's like a drug
Hmm.
almost. They need that attention to feed off that. They need to feed off that attention.
Exactly. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I spent a lot of my life in therapy. But my
Yep.
therapist used
I've
to
been
tell me, "Are you willing to put in the work to get better?" Because all a therapist can do is help you along your path. They don't give you all the answers because they ain't got all the answers. They can't draw up a blueprint on how to live life because everybody's situation is different.
Mhm.
And honestly, therapy is just like religion. Since black folks love Christianity and the Bible and all that stuff, you gotta meet your therapist halfway. If you not doing your part, how your therapist gonna fix it all for you? You think they just gonna be able to say some magic words and poof, it's gone?
And you know what? And you know what? I will say this: you don't the your therapist is there to give you the tools to make yourself better, but you ultimately got to put in the work. It's kind of like
Hmm.
a baby that wants to walk but can't, and as a parent, you want to nudge them to walk. That's what your therapist does to you.
Yeah,
You have to learn to walk on your own, and then they can guide you to get your steps in order.
right.
But if you're not giving them that leeway, then guess what? You're still gonna be sitting on your ass figuring out why I can't get up and walk because you decided not to because you want either you're afraid to break out or you're just lazy
And
and
nine
you don't
times
want that attention. Yeah, you don't want that attention.
right. And I'll be completely frank with you. If you go to a therapist for more than a month, if at the end of the month, if you're unwilling to talk or it's the same stuff, they're going to say that you're unwilling to try, and they will kick you out of the fold.
Hmm. Definitely.
The ball is in your court, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to heal? Do you want to grow? Do you want to evolve? Or are you having fun spinning your wheels in the mud? Because while everybody else around you is growing and prospering and becoming homeowners, having establishing a family, finding a way to make their fetty walk, stacks on stacks on stacks, and you trying to figure out, well, why can't I get that? Do you address the issues with you?
Hmm. Definitely. Definitely gotta do that.
Instead of being jealous and hating what your brother got, why not address the issues that you got with you so you can replace that void that you put inside yourself with something more positive? When you get more positive, you get better results. The things you put out into the universe, you get back. So if you put shit out in the universe, you're gonna get shit on.
Hmm.
And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna wrap it up with that one. So we thank you for tuning in to Breaking the Stigma on all of our social media platforms. We on Twitter. Well, we don't have an actual Breaking the Stigma Twitter page. We're gonna get on that because I ain't gonna lie, I've been lazy. I ain't seen if the brothers wanted to do it.
Hey, hey, man, we do what we do right now, man. So it's good.
Right,
It's
right,
good.
right. As you see, we on YouTube, Breaking the Stigma. We on Facebook, Breaking the Stigma. I throw it on my Twitch because I had a Twitch and I got plenty of followers. I just don't be using it. So we on Twitch. It's all at the bottom of the screen right there on that little ticker right there. Just follow the information. If you on YouTube, you go ahead hit like. You can share. You can hit subscribe. You can go ahead hit that bell so every time me, Dre, and Matt come on, or when she hijacks the page and when she comes on, y'all can catch our content. And Dre, you got what can they catch you? What can they catch you? Because I know you still doing the red cover rants. Where that's at? Where that's at?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Tomorrow, me and my BFF, Ladonna, the MVP, her husband, boom, and then we got Phil is back. Preacher Phil is back. Check us out tomorrow, same time as Breaking the Stigma on Tuesday. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post up. I'm gonna post it on my Facebook and my Instagram.
Right.
So if you want to kind of talk and kick back and talk about sports in real life, hit us tomorrow. We'll be there. And then, like I said, it's all love on this side for me. It's all love.
Same.
Um, and it's been like that since pretty much November, December. It's been like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check us out on Red Cup Rants. Sometimes my brother Dex will jump on. He'll come in with the comments. So
I gotta support. I gotta support my brother. That's what I
yeah,
do.
well, I mean, hey, it's hey, look, any support is good support. That's
Yeah,
how I feel.
yeah,
Any
yeah, yeah.
support is good support. So I feel
And
that you got to show love to, especially people that look like us. We got to show love because it's already hard out here for us already. So you
it's
got to
crazy.
show love. You got to show love to your people and make sure they want to succeed, regardless of your interactions and your beefs or whatever.
Mhm.
It's hard out here for us that look like us, and it's hard to make a living. So
Indeed.
yeah, check us out tomorrow, man. Check us out tomorrow on Red Cup Rants. I will put it out there if you want to listen. And that's all I got to say, man. I'm about to watch this end game, and I'm about to
Yeah.
learn how to wrap my hands for tomorrow because I'm going to box again tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I'm trying to get swole real quick, so I'm gonna learn how to wrap my
I,
hands
I
while I'm
look,
watching.
you ain't big swole yet. All right, little swole, little medium swole, little medium swole.
Hey man, hey, look, don't let me get this belly shrunk down. They're gonna call me Sugar Daddy Dre.
Hey, there you go, there you go. Sugar Daddy Dre in the building.
Sugar Daddy Dre, bro.
But real talk, I appreciate you uh, being with me every week. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man.
Shout out to Matt. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, get home safe, bro. I know you driving it 2 hours back from Sarah's appointment. Be safe. You are up in Canada.
And
So
make sure you hit us in the inbox and let us know you made it back too.
absolutely don't make us.
Because if you're not, I'm gonna come to Canada and I'm gonna give you the skippity paps. So
and I'll be right there with him. You might try to get his hive over there, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, we can smoke it and everything, but I'm still giving the skibbity pats.
Actually, no, I can go up there with him because he'll be gonna try to hold us hostage. He ain't gonna let us leave. You know,
You
come
know, he
on,
already, he
bro.
been trying to get us to come to Canada for the longest. And I was gonna go on my sabbatical, but then Corona happened, and then
I can hear him now. Come on, bro. You know I got a room.
I wanted to come. I definitely wanted to come, but Corona and
No,
45 with his 45 with his hoax and all that shit happened. So
yeah, 45 got the borders of Canada closed for us. So yeah,
yeah, so you
yeah,
can't really do anything anyway. So,
yeah.
but I'm there. I'm there. Soon as they say we can go to Canada, I am there.
Same. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Y'all know where to find us. You know what time. Every Monday we'll be here unless it's a holiday or yeah, pretty much unless it's a holiday. So thanks. Y'all are the reason why we do this. We appreciate y'all and thank y'all for letting us in your life.